you getting your life in order, maybe finally. But here's the problem. Your history is awful. It appears that you're not learning anything from your prison.
26 and 29.
All right. Why the tears? I don't understand.
Yes, I want to take this somber for my grandbabies.
Yeah, I mean, you need to do it for yourself. This is what's concerning to me. You pick up a felony in 1992 and you were granted deferred adjudication and you didn't complete it. Why didn't you complete it? I understand. Well, what judge would allow her, not even done treatment, to babysit a 1-year-old? The question is, why should I give you deferred? It appears from everything that I've read that you took the proceeds from property and those proceeds were to be distributed to children, and it was not.
That's not true. The documents aren't true. I have.
Do you want a jury trial? Motion heard by
Angelina.
Okay. You know, I consider myself as having a steel trap mind, and I was like, I don't remember hearing the motion on this.
You didn't.
Okay, so Brenda, my mind is still a steel trap.
Mine's been strong.
All right, court is calling 2021 CR 9284, State of Texas versus Elizabeth Yepes. Go ahead, parties announced for the record for the state.
Ryan Grimmer for the state of Texas.
For the
Robert
defendant.
Maurer for defendant.
And are you Ms. Yepes?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Yepes, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Yepes, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We're not, Judge. There's 2 counts on there, Judge. We proceed on count 2, and we would waive the enhancement allegations. We would also waive count 1. Count 2 is a second-degree felony, straight possession, 4 to 200 grams.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Yepes, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendant's waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on count 2? And that charge is possession of a controlled substance, felony group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. All right, so we're going to come back on July 25th at 9 a.m. for sentencing. Ms. Yepes, the court will make its decision on your application based upon a report I received from probation and any other evidence that's presented to me on that date. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Maurer, is there a need for a TAP evaluation?
I'd ask them to be done, Judge.
And Rebecca, there's going to be a TAP evaluation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the probation officer is here and back. She'll go over everything that needs to be done, but do not leave before you get a reset form.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing else.
Not on this case, Judge. I would like to approach another case.
All right, thank you. Back in the afternoon. The court is calling 2021 CR 9284, State of Texas versus Elizabeth Yepes. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Robert Maurer for defendant, Your Honor.
Are you Ms. Yepes? All right, you entered a plea on May 9th to count 2. You entered a plea of no contest. The state waived the enhancement and count 1 without objection. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine and the state opposes your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Judge, I've reviewed the PSI. It's pretty straightforward. The state was opposed based upon, I think, the prior criminal history and the amount of drugs.
All right, so are both parties ready to proceed, state?
I'm ready.
Defense? All right, state, you are opposed.
Yes, Judge, we are.
Do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
Judge, no, I'm just arguing on behalf of my client.
All right, the court will hear argument, state.
Judge, that's correct what defense counsel said. Our opposition is based mainly on this defendant's criminal history. Looking at the PSI, it looks like she's been given a chance at probation at least twice before. It looks like in 2005, she was granted probation for 10 years on a felon in possession. And she ended up being revoked. And actually in 1993, she was given deferred and then placed on probation and got revoked. So that's twice that she's been given a chance. It looks like we played the offense down just to give her a little bit of benefit for accepting responsibility for her actions. But that's why we don't believe probation would be appropriate in this case. And we're asking for prison sentence.
All right, defense.
Judge, we understand fully why the state made the recommendation they did. Ms. Yep has asked me to speak on her behalf because I think she's kind of nervous speaking in public. Since her release on this case, Ms. Yep I think, has made significant strides in turning her life around. She finally got a job at Mood Solutions. She's been made a supervisor. She makes $15 an hour. I think this is probably the best job and the best situation she's found herself in. I guess for a number of years, I think she's really got her situation solidified, and I think she would benefit from the opportunity for probation with whatever terms of what was appropriate. That's obviously the most important thing. And we'd like the court to consider that and consider one, I think her remorse of finding herself in the same situation again. I think TAP talks about issues that have been on again, off again with drugs in her life. You would ask the court, if the court does see fit to give her probation, to allow her to do intensive outpatient. She's very concerned about keeping this job that she was finally able to get. I think it's very difficult for people with Elizabeth's criminal history to find jobs in the workforce. And I think this company is willing to work with her. And I think it's put her in a situation where she can be a successful part of society. So that's the court to grant that.
All right, so the court has a question because it says on here, guilt minimized.
I think they were talking about on her, when I looked at that, when I read that, I think they were on the TAP evaluation, they were talking about her drug usage.
Okay. All right, Ms. Yepes, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Did you commit this offense? All right, so I want to talk to you about your criminal history because that is concerning. I always tell people the criminal history is sort of like a credit report, but it's a credit report related to whether or not I should give you probation. You understand? So your misdemeanor cases, this theft, you were sentenced to 32 days in jail. And I understand how that happens. People just want to get their judgment satisfied and be done. The same thing with hindering apprehension. Then we have the assault, bodily injury, family household, 90 days, theft, 44 days, possession case, 20 days, another possession case, 20 days, then failure to ID, 1 year.
Very young, my husband was very abusive and I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I didn't go to task.
All right. November 2005, felon in possession of a firearm.
That was at my house when they came looking for my son. My husband's house. I was charged with that.
All right. Then we have December, the drugs, 4 to 200 grams.
And he was a-
You don't remember,
I
just
don't remember,
All right. So then we have 2007. You were sentenced to prison and then you had a parole violation. It appears that you're not learning anything from your prison. Then we have 2014. So 2014, prison, paroled, felon in possession. I'm assuming these cases were ran concurrently. And now we're here. So I don't understand I don't know if there's anything that I can do for you because you have not learned anything.
This last time I've learned a lot. I haven't worked in my life like that. I've worked now. I've been working for almost 3 years now. I was given a chance to get a position as supervisors, responsibilities that I have to do. Something I haven't done in many years, so it's yes. I feel like I've worked for it and I want to continue to keep it. If I lose it all, then I feel like I can age and that with my history, my background, which is not ever going to change. I won't be able to, I won't make it like that.
And I'm sympathetic to what you're telling me. I'm sympathetic to you getting your life in order, maybe finally. But here's the problem. The amount of drugs was a lot. And your history is awful. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find her guilty as previously stated. I'm going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to your attorney. Do you understand? All right, and we're off the record. Ms. Yepes, I actually gave you less than what you bargained for because I did consider the fact that you did come in with employment. You understand? Do not come out and do this again because you don't know who your attorney is going to be. You don't know who the prosecutor is going to be or who the judge is going to be. And you will be a habitual and your minimum will be 25 years in prison. You understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
And I-
Jose.
My daughter can't work.
I can't have you watching children until your life is in order. And I deem that it's in order.
But these are my grandchildren.
I understand. Well, what judge would allow her, not even done treatment, to babysit a 1-year-old and a 6-month-old? Does she allegedly have over 8 DWIs?
That have been alleged, yes.
No, not very much out there. Just a place to go out there and hide
What or who are you hiding from?
from the salesman.
Congratulations. When's your birthday?
March 9, 1931.
Oh, that is fantastic.
You know, we Marines last a long time, even after the battles that we went through.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you have applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client tells me she's not going to have anything else to do with drugs and that she's going to do everything this court tells her to do. And she has sat here all morning and saw you sentencing people well on deferred.
All right. So what is happening with this case that's out of Fayette County?
Fayette County was, when this case happened, they had arrested me for the Fayette County warrant. I was pulled over and I was put on probation in Fayette County for 8 years, and I switched it over here. This happened whenever I was arrested during the Fayette County warrant. I more or less, they gave me a ticket and I didn't know if that was what was going on with that. I moved to Chicago. I came back and I had a warrant. I had no idea. And then
So you don't know what's happening with Fayette County?
oh no, I'm on probation with Fayette County
Oh, counsel, do you want to have a seat?
through.
All right, thank you.
I'm on probation with Fayette County through here. I have my officer, what's her name? Louise.
So what's happening with that case?
I'm on,
Does she
I'm
have a
on
warrant
probation.
for that?
No, I'm
Okay.
good. I'm good. She's gonna actually, my probation officer for now is gonna be my probation officer for here too. They're gonna put it together.
All right, do you have any children?
I do, I have grandchildren too.
All right, what are your children's ages?
26 and 29.
All right, why the tears? I don't understand.
Yes, I want to take this on for my grandbabies.
Yeah, I mean, you need to do it for yourself,
Well,
because
yeah,
how old are your grandchildren?
my grandchildren are 1 and 6 months.
All right, so, I mean, you have to do it for yourself. When's the last time you seen your grandchildren?
Christmas.
If you're drug tested today, what are the results gonna be? And before you even say, you're gonna get drug tested today, so just be honest with me.
They should be negative.
All right, what do you mean should be?
They're not going to be negative.
When's the last time you used?
It's been a while.
What's a while?
Marijuana wise, I smoked probably about a month and a half ago.
Mhm.
And it was very little. And besides that, I should be okay. It's out in 30 days. So,
Are you employed?
yes.
What do you do?
I'm doing punch out and clean up for a construction company, CNF Construction.
All right, any questions?
No, yeah.
Okay, this is what the court is gonna do. It's gonna be 8 years deferred adjudication. $250 fine. That will be probated. I'm gonna want a TAP evaluation. Follow TAP results. I'm sorry, recommendation. If they're asking for inpatient treatment, we're gonna start with intensive outpatient treatment. If they're asking for outpatient treatment, we're still gonna start with intensive outpatient treatment. 100 hours of community service restitution. Proof of employment within 30 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There should be no unsupervised contact with minors. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she completes the parenting classes and the 100 hours of community service, restitution will be deemed satisfied. I'm assuming you want, yes.
About the parenting classes and
Yes.
no unsupervised visits with minors. I watch my grandbaby on Mondays and Tuesdays. I have to, or my daughter can't work.
I can't have you watching children until your life is in order, and I deem that it's in order.
But these are my grandchildren.
I understand that. Let me ask you something. Do you love your grandchildren?
Of course, I love my grandchildren.
A
but
lot?
My daughter has to
But wait,
provide
let me ask you
bills.
this. Do you love your grandchildren?
Yes,
Do you love them a lot?
yes.
All right. So would you just let anybody take care of them?
No, but I'm the only venue she
Well,
has
no.
right now.
My question is, would you just let anybody take care of them?
Of course not.
All right. So let's say I come to your house and you want me to take care of your grandchildren because something came up, you can't do it, and your grandchildren love me. I got great references, right? And you watch me, you have cameras, you say, Stephanie, we want you. And I say, great. And then I tell you, there's something I didn't tell you. I was out with a fugitive task force and they came to a hotel and arrested me and there was meth everywhere.
Well, my daughter understands this.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Sometimes family members understand things, and I don't know why people do this with children. With children, people don't plan to have children. They have no idea, okay, I need daycare because I got to work, or either I'm not going to work. So how am I going to support my children? And guess what they end up doing? They end up getting whoever they can get to babysit their children. They're like, oh, it's a relative. I know she's used drugs in the past. I know it was meth. I know it was marijuana. I know she's on probation for that. I know a fugitive task force just picked her up. But the answer is no, I can't have that because you know what? I guarantee you, God forbid something happens to your grandchildren while they're in your care. And you know what the first question is going to be asked? Well, what judge would allow her, not even done treatment, to babysit a 1-year-old and a 6-month-old?
Ma'am.
And I know how 1-year-olds and 6-month-olds are. I have a niece who's 2. I love her.
They're
She
what
is so
does.
demanding, but The answer is no. Those are my rules. All right, parenting classes. Once you started on parenting classes, once you started your treatment, then the court will reconsider. But for now, there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. If you have unsupervised contact with minors, what's going to end up happening is a motion to revoke is going to be filed. And you're looking at 10 years in the prison. There's going to be field visit, random one time per month.
What?
There is to be random UAs or either a patch. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
All right, anything else you need from the court?
No.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
Right. And we can go off the record. I know you think I'm being harsh, I'm not listening, but I am listening.
Just to grab
But-
everything.
Yeah, but part of my job is to protect the community. And sometimes people don't consider children part of the community. Many times people consider children as property, like I tell them what to do and that's what they need to do. But a 1-year-old and a 6-month-old can't take care of themselves. You can't just put them at Travis Park and say, I've had you, good luck to you. And for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with people. They do not put children first. It's just sort of like a handbag or something.
Yeah.
Let me dress this child up. Look, they're so pretty. And then they're on their own.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you is, when I would have clients that I've represented on CPS sites, moms who had drug issues, I would always tell them, this is where you are at the point in your life now. We're trying to get you better and get you over this so you can get your children back. So where you are at the point in your life is the fugitive task force had to go pick you up at a hotel. And when they go to the hotel, there's meth and everything. That's a problem, right?
That is
So,
a problem then.
yeah. So you have to prove to me that you should be in the children's lives unsupervised. If you can prove that to me, I'll allow it to happen. All right? Thank you. Miguel Mesa. Are you Ms. Stelzick?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea on July 11th. You applied for deferred adjudication. There was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment was to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. The state is opposing your application for deferred adjudication. They're recommending community supervision. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report? State?
None, Your Honor.
Defense?
None, Your Honor.
All right. All
Some explanations, but it's substantially correct.
right, thank you. Does anyone have any witnesses? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No.
You have witnesses? All right. I know that the state is opposed to her application for deferred adjudication, but state, since you have no witnesses, I'll proceed with the defense first.
Thank you.
One at a time. Okay, so here's the thing, everyone. We're doing a hearing, so everyone needs to sit down if you're not a part of this hearing. All right, can you raise your, well, I'm sorry, defense, call your witness.
For the benefit of the court reporter, say your name out loud and spell your name.
Kimberly Tristan, KIMBERLY, TRISTAN.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Defense?
Thank you. Do you know why you're here today? Why we called you? In relation to a lady named Laurie Stelzick or Laurie Stelzick Williams. To tell the court, how long have you known Laurie Stelzick?
My whole life,
And how long?
38 years.
And describe the court, for how you know her.
I am her niece.
Did you know her and when she was married to Mr. Ruiz?
Yeah.
And how many years did that relationship last?
Oh my gosh, 20 some odd? A long time.
And where is Ruiz at today?
So
Mhm.
she is passed away.
He died, right?
Yeah.
During the time that he was married to Miss Stelzick, like on Miss Laura Stelzick, could you describe the nature of that relationship as you saw it, as you grew up with it, between Laurie and her husband?
I think it was dependent upon the day. Some days it was really wonderful and some days it was chaos. Really dependent upon what was going on, where everybody was, kind of where the headspace was. Obviously, as they got further along into it, it got more chaotic and part of the happiness.
Ruiz is not here today. You tell the judge described his personality and who called the shots to make the decisions in that family.
100%.
When it came down to doing things that maybe in a gray area, who had to do it?
Barney usually.
And are you familiar with the events that occurred that led to this plea that Ms. Stelzick entered?
Yeah.
This involved, it's like fraud or the transaction of a home, is that correct?
Yes.
Before signature perhaps. You know Laurie, you know her family, and you know them very well. Did Laurie Stelzick in any way personally profit from that thing? No. In fact, as a result of being married to Mr. Ruiz up to the time of his death, has Laurie Stelzick come out financially ahead or behind?
Yeah.
As far as you know, is Laurie Stelzick today broke and unemployed?
Yes.
After the transaction took place, you see a great increase in her lifestyle, her spending, vacations, or anything?
No.
Who was the person that benefited financially from those transactions?
Well, he took it for a straight profit.
And who is this man you call Merle?
Oh,
Raul Ruiz,
yes.
the deceased husband. He's the one that kept the cash, kept the money, kept everything going. Is that your estimation?
Yes, beforehand. And then we were left with bills. Or she was left with bills.
And after he died, she had to pay all the bills off.
Yes.
You know that Laurie Stelzick, that's the way I know her, is applying for a deferred adjudication. It's a kind of a probation, where if you complete it successfully, at the end of the day, the case can be dismissed. You have no conviction on your record. That's different from regular probation.
Okay.
If Judge Boyd sees fit to grant a request for a deferred adjudication, knowing Laurie Stelzick, do you think she could abide by and go with all the conditions and rules imposed upon her by the court?
Yes.
And we ask the court to consider her application for deferred.
Absolutely.
At this time, I'll pass the witness. State probably has questions. Don't we get?
No, no worries.
State.
Thank you. So you're aware that the house from 215 Sadie Street was sold, correct?
Yes.
You know how much that house sold for?
151, I don't know.
109, excuse me, 119. Wow. $111, $907.86.
111?
Mhm.
No, not $111.
How much?
111,000 maybe?
Thousand.
That sounds okay. I was like,
Okay.
oh gosh.
You testified now that Raul took all the money, is that correct?
No, it's not that he took all of the money. It's that he took the profit from the money and the bills all stayed off. The house next door was paid off. There was his truck was paid off. The bills at the other house were paid off.
Have you looked at the actual bank records that were submitted to the court in this case?
No,
Have you looked at Laurie Stelzick's bank records?
no,
Are you aware that the money from this case was transferred into an account that was owned by Ms. Stelzick and her family?
yes,
Are you aware that after that occurred, Ms. Stelzick transferred the money into an account that only she owned, that Raul had no access to
after they separated?
before they separated?
You sure it was before they separated?
Or after?
If it was after they separated, probably.
And so how is it that Raul profited from the money when it all went into Lori's account? He had no access to it.
Because he took everything that was paid off and then everything that was at home. And then he still got cash as well. I do believe there's even a check that was made out to him afterwards for maybe $15,000. Not positive on that.
There's no evidence of that in this file. Are you aware of any evidence? So it's your testimony that Raul took all the money, even though the bank records show
Not say that
otherwise?
he took all of the money. I said that he took off and what he had profit up. His truck was paid off, the house next door is paid off. He was also collecting rent on the house next door. All of those things, yes, made him profit.
And, sorry, forgive me, the house and the truck, those aren't things that were alleged to have been stolen via fraud, right? We're talking about the house on 215 Sadie Street, right?
Mhm.
And the money, the profit from the house on 215 Sadie Street went to Ms. Stozic, isn't that right?
If you have the records, then I'm sure that it did. I don't have access to everything, obviously.
Okay. And so what you're really testifying today is that you don't have any specific knowledge about what happened to the money from the house on 215 Sadie Street.
I know that she didn't take off and go to the Bahamas or anything like that. I can say that much. I know that it was a struggle and that he was the one that took care of everything. And when he left, that she was destitute and that was it. And then everything was kind of left on the pavement at that point.
Again, you haven't looked at the bank records yourself.
Mhm.
And where did you learn all this information? From Lori
I
herself?
live next door to her and see her daily.
So you learned it from Lori?
Mhm.
Very good. Pass it.
So I have, thank you.
All right, call your next witness. Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Shelley Rose Turner,
Please spell it for court reporter.
SHELLYRUIZTURNER.
Thank you. Now, okay, if I call you Shelley, Shelley, let me ask you, how do you know Ms. Stelzick
My mother,
and Raul Ruiz?
she is my father.
And when the family goes a family, there was yourself, your dad, Laurie, anybody else?
I had an older sibling, a brother, but he was already 10 years older than me when I was little, so he moved out relatively young.
Okay. You know why Ms. Stelzick's in court today, right? She's asking the judge to consider her application for a deferred adjudication. Do you have a good working knowledge about so-called fraud that went on? Ms. Stelzick has pled to in this court. There's some money involved, about $111,000. When this occurred, how old were you?
I believe I was almost 17, so 16, 17.
And did you have a good knowledge of what was going on with the family finances at that time?
They were both very open with me about that, so I would say for a 17-year-old, yeah.
Okay. So the house is sold, there's about $111,000 comes out of it. What happened to that money?
Well, my dad was really pushing to sell the house. I feel like he kind of knew he was going to leave us. So he wanted to get it done. He wanted to try to get all of those assets taken care of. And he would tell my mom, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to go tomorrow. And she's like, well, I'm busy. So he really just pushed her. And when the house sold, my dad liked to make everything under my mom's name. So he put it in an account, or well, they put it into an account together. And from there on out, I believe when my dad left, my mom said, well, I need money to live off of. I'm going to take this before you can take it all, and then just split it up in mediation through divorce. Well, my dad was the type to tell her, well, you're either going to give me money out of that account, or I'm going to go and beat you pretty much.
This is important, I guess. During this relationship, they were married. Was this a controlling environment?
Very much so. Not just to her, to me, to everybody who was around us.
Was your own father abusive of you? Did he threaten you? Did he beat you?
He did strike me a couple times when I was a lot younger. I'm sorry. CPS did have to get involved because of him. And he would tell me, if you tell them anything, it's going to be a lot worse for you. And when I was about 17, he had hit me again, trying to defend my mother.
And why were you trying to defend your mother, Laura Stills? What was happening?
My dad would throw her downstairs. He would threaten her.
Threaten her how?
He would tell her, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your kid. So I'm gonna kill her first. You have to watch.
So your dad wanted to say that he would kill his wife Lori, and you had to watch, right?
He said he would kill me and then make her live with that and then kill her.
So the person after this money got there, you can't say today where this part went, where that part went, but who is the person benefited primarily from that money in the sale of that home?
So my father,
What did he do with that money? How did he use it?
he had a girlfriend and he said he wanted to make sure that she had somewhere to stay and that live, and he had paid off his truck and gave it to her, which was a truck that, you know, was supposed to go to me for college. It was right around the corner. He would try all sorts of things to try to get me to go and live with him so she would be all alone with nothing. He would bribe me with money. He would say, I'll buy you a new car. I'll buy you a house. But he did tell her one time, I need you to send me $11,000 right now. And she's like, I can't, I have bills to pay. And he said, well, if you don't send it to me, I'm gonna go over there and I'll pull her out and you'll never see her again.
Referring to who?
To
You?
me, to myself.
He'd pull you out of the house and Lori would never see you again. Your own dad told you that. If you didn't get $11,000 from who?
From my mother. He tried to run me over with the vehicle a couple times. He busted down my door several times when my daughter was sleeping in the room, and it just never ended.
So take your father was not a loving and kind man towards his family.
He was my dad. He did have loving attributes. He was very good to me until about 14.
But
when
age
it just
14.
completely changed.
Let me just ask you a simple question, I suppose. Of all that money that came out of the sale of that house, who benefited the most from that money? Raul Ruiz or Lori, his wife?
Raul.
And what money Lori still had got, he even threatened her to get that money, didn't he?
I didn't even think we could pay the electric bill when he first left. And yet, he said we had all this money. And I ended up having to almost quit school and get a job to support us. So I would say he benefited the majority.
You know you're your oath today, right?
Yes.
You wouldn't come here to lie to Judge Boyd, would you?
No.
That's all I have. I'll pass this to the state of Texas. He may have questions for you.
When you got that job, where did you work?
There's
What did you make?
maybe $9 an hour.
You have access to the bank records in this case?
No, I was a minor.
Are you aware as of whether Lori is currently employed?
She's not.
What did she do for a living before now?
She was a home health care provider for both of her parents.
Do you have any other employment
Yeah, she worked at East Central Independent School District.
as what?
I believe, at their nutrition department. They kind of bounced her around.
Has Lori owned any other properties?
And both owned, 2 separate properties other than their home, 3.
What became of those other properties?
I have no clue what happened to the one next to us. I think his son Justin resold it before we could get our probate done. The other property was Sadie. They sold that. And then the property right next to us, my aunt Kimberly, who just came up, she lives in it.
And so Lori still owns that property?
Yes.
You know where's that property located?
It's either 9740 or 9720 WW.
Who resides there?
My aunt.
You pay rent for Lori?
Yeah, she'll pay our bills.
You know what the rent is?
It's just whatever our bills are for that month.
So you and I guess you live with Lauren right now,
Yeah, me and my husband support Lori for the most part.
and so the rent from that property just pays the outcome of those bills.
Yeah, so- So, well,
No further questions.
Has one reason been that Lori has not been employed is because when she goes out and try and get a job, they see his charges pending, in fact, turn her down without employment. It's not that she has not been trying to get a job.
oh no, she's tried and tried. We put our resumes everywhere.
And her source of income is dried up to the extent if we're out for you and your husband, she gets a street place to do she. And as I tell Judge Boyd this morning,
She Lori helps everybody around her. She's never done anything bad in her life to anybody.
And you're asking judge to consider her application for deferred adjudication this morning.
I am.
That's all I have, Joey.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Call your next witness. All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Are you going to lower your hand, state your name for the record?
Emma Laporte,
All right,
Spell that
Vince.
last name for the court reporter.
Lacour.
Emma, tell us, how old are you?
I am 43.
We won't tell anybody, it's okay. You tell the court, are you employed?
Yes, I am.
What kind of work do you do?
I am a barber.
And how long have you followed that profession?
I'm going on 10 years.
Prior to that, what kind of work were you doing?
Liquor store.
Have you been employed?
Hold on. Didn't hear it. Speak up louder.
Liquor store. Yes.
Have you been employed most of your life?
Yes.
You tell the court, where are you living?
I'm living in Corpus Christi.
And how long have you been in Corpus Christi, Texas?
I moved back to San Antonio. I think I moved back in 2011. I was here from Corpus and then I moved back. I came back to San Antonio, remember, back in 2011.
One of the reasons we are here is about a signature that was signed by Lauren Stelzick, and is actually supposed to be your signature.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Can you explain to Judge Boyd what property that involved and what was going on at that time?
It was the house on Sadie Street. We're supposed to gone on over the phone and do a signature. I didn't know that it was not valid that way, so it was done over the phone. My signature.
Who was handling this transaction on the phone? Was it a realtor? Was it a notary public?
I believe it was a notary.
And tell Judge Boyd, why would your signature be needed that day?
It was the signature sign that Lori had owned the house of the property.
And was your name anywhere on that property?
No.
And what was your signature needed for as far as you knew?
Saying that she owned the property.
And you did that by phone, but in fact, you were not in front of a notary when it happened. You gave your permission telephonically, but not in person.
Correct.
But as far as the actual transaction taking place, you have no personal knowledge, do you?
No.
You were not there.
No.
You would explain to the court that's how Lauren Stelzick signed your
Yes,
signature.
my signature.
With your permission.
With my permission over the phone.
Did you know that was an illegal proceeding to do that?
No, no.
You know now that it has to be done in front of a notary if that's the fact.
Correct.
For identification to prove that you are that person.
Correct.
Thank you. I will now pass the witness.
Is that your signature?
No, not that one signature, no.
So it's your testimony today that Lori Stelzick forged that signature?
She, fine, yes.
And she told you that it was a signature demonstrating that you own the house?
That I own,
That's, I'm sorry, that Lori owned 213 Sadie?
yes,
So you don't know who Romelia Ruiz is?
yes, I do.
Who is she?
That it is Rose mother
And where did she pass away?
in Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
Somewhere in, I can't even think, it's been so long.
Do you remember when in Mexico? You remember how?
Yes, it was right when the Firestone's tires had that issue with the tires blowing out and she was in a van with a bunch of people in it. A child was killed in that accident.
And did you know that Raul and Beatrice had another brother?
You know,
And so Lori, with your permission, put your signature on a legal document. Is that correct?
yes.
And that's this document that states that you know personally Romelia Ruiz
Mm-hmm,
and how she died
mm-hmm.
and who her siblings are.
The only was B as far as I know.
And you now are testifying that you don't generally know where she died or when she died.
I know she died in Mexico. What year, I don't recall. I've had a lot of past people, it's kind of hard. remember what year it passed, but
And this is an affidavit of heirship. This would be demonstrating that you were a close personal friend of this family in Mexico. Were you a close personal friend of Amelia?
I wasn't very close, but I knew who she was. I knew she came to the house.
So Lori asked you to lie in the document?
No, she didn't tell me to lie. She lying me? How am I lying to her? Or I don't understand, because is it showing that I'm lying if I know her mother? I don't know them personally. I knew.
All right, if there's going to be any further questioning of this witness, she's going to need an attorney.
No further questions, Your
No
Honor.
further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Any other witnesses?
No, I believe there are other family members, friends in court that would come up and testify essentially to the same issues. Could just be reputation by Raul Ruiz.
Okay.
The relation between them, the abusive nature of that relationship. With that, I think we'll just go ahead and call no more witnesses.
All right, Ms. Stelzick, you can resume in the middle. Is there anything you wish to say?
Lauren?
If you do, you're going to be placed under oath and the state will have a chance to cross-examination. All right, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand and state your name for the record, please.
Laurie Ruiz.
All right. So of course, here's the crux of the situation before anybody questions you or cross-examine you. The question is, why should I give you deferred? It appears from everything that I've read that you took the proceeds from property and those proceeds were to be distributed to children, and it was not.
That's not true. The documents aren't true. I
Do you want a jury trial?
I have paperwork stating that I own.
Do you want a jury trial?
You do not want your child.
No,
Discuss it,
no.
right?
All right. All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 10 years in prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's restitution of $18,651.31 to Beatriz Vasquez, $18,651.31 to Patricio Ruiz. There's to be no contact with Beatriz Vasquez, Cecilia Ruiz, Patricia Ruiz. There's going to be proof of employment within 40 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. There's to be regular reporting and regular UAs. Ms. Stelzick, this is money that has to be paid back. And I know sometimes people do not, we can go off the record, Brenna. I know sometimes people don't want to work certain jobs because they think it's beneath them. But guess what? When you have children, when you owe money, you got to work whatever job is available because you got to pay people you owe and support whatever children you have. You understand? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Here are Mr. Sawyer. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand? All right, Ms. Stelzick, good luck to you. All right, you're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Sawyer.
Thank you for considering it this morning. We appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. It's always great seeing you. Take care of yourself, Mr.
We will.
Sawyer.